as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers.
All right. I'm good, my dude. All right.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now, former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you think on 3rd down, they just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And check down, complete to Hall. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll look to throw here. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. And That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Gun. They'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Mims. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll run with Hall. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a play fake. Lance. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Lance going deep here for Watkins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A handoff for Hall. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll drop to throw. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception in the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And it's still in the first half here, a long way to go. First down, here's Mitchell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Niners at 5-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Lance going to sneak it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
And needed a 4-yard there. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Lance keeping it himself from a yard out. And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. is Hall. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands. Even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago. And he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Motion right is Wilson. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield. But on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on its head. Again on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw here. That's caught left side by Hardman. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football.
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Here's a give to Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Oh, my God.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. On play action, Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Hall to start the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Slot man moves right. They'll set up to throw.
No!
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Step up
So
in the
that
pocket.
time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 70 yards. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side.
Oh,
so
my
God.
God.
It's a two-score
Stop it.
game here. Got to be careful.
Cut it out. Stop it.
If those guys just looked in each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
All the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off of play action, here's Lance. Checks this one down, it's Mitchell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The slot man in motion right. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And some room to maneuver. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on fourth and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop him right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the second and third levels. Then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Mitchell is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And that sack brings up fourth and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Patterson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And they bring the big tight end across the formation left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is taken at the 23. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, 3rd quarter now in Los Angeles. And scoring again, the Rams have widened that lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll go again with Hall.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Mims. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters in the books. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to Hardman. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll give to Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. And check down complete to Hall. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Set up a throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. From the 5, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Going with their tight end on 4th. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Drop to throw. Steps away. He'll air this one out from Mims. And got his man complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 54 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Running left, it's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense, and it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
I got you, baby. So I'm almost done. I'm going to take it down.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They've won their battles was at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Drake Jackson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jets, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
See, go work. You can't do that shit with me. That shit ain't gonna work with me. Stop it. Stop it. You can't work with that shit. Sit there and watch it dry. That's all I want to do. Dry food. Ah, man, shit. Ah. Body hurt,
On tape. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, having known both of these guys since they were in high school, having watched them compete together, having coached both of them, like, these guys are on it in terms of, like, A-plus prospect guys who have all the things that you look for. But I'll say this about C.J. Stroud. I feel like people have slept on him throughout the whole process. There's been a lot of unnecessary chatter about his game. More times than not, when we look at a guy who deals from the pocket primarily, we never talk about the athleticism. He was beat up because he didn't run enough. At no point have we talked about we want our quarterbacks to run around in the pocket. And so I can't wait for C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young to have an opportunity to do what they do on the field, because I think we'll appreciate them more when they play first.
Here's the beauty of it. We are not done talking about both of these quarterbacks, but let's go. I knew that this was going to happen. Me and everyone else. We kind of felt like at number 3, the Arizona Cardinals were going to decide, like,
Will Anderson.
Exactly. And Ian Rappaport saying at number 3, the Arizona Cardinals.
Shout out to our boy DJ.
Yeah.
DJ nailed this in his mock draft. He had Stroud.
I'm gonna find it when I come upstairs. Here comes the SC now.